up, fool?
Peace, man. What's goody, my
Yeah, what's up? I can't call it, man. Cool. No what's happening with it.
I can dig it, man. Bless, brother, bless. First off, I know it's been a minute, but welcome home, my brother. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, man. Thank you, man. I
Great to have
appreciate
you
that.
back, man. So I'm gonna keep it real with you all the way 100. My name is Trail, representing Hot 92.5 The Heat down here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I got my
Okay.
brother with me on the phone off the curb, Tay. And bro, I'm trying to be professional, but we fans, bro.
Nah, it's all love, man.
Yeah.
It's all love, my
Fans,
nigga.
bro. We
I
fans.
ain't gonna lie, man. Nah, man. It's all love, man. You heard me?
So look,
Yeah.
It's a fact.
before we get started, I'm about to take this way back, bro. This
Yeah.
is when the Hot Boys, when y'all was first tearing the scene up. Y'all came to Winston-Salem, North Carolina for a concert. Back in the day. And I was backstage with y'all, cause I'm kind of tall. Y'all was telling me, hey, yo, help pull Shorty down from off the rail over there, bring him on I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. Facts. I was like, yeah, but that was jam there. Who?
Man, yeah.
What year that was?
Probably what, like 2000-ish, maybe?
Yeah,
2001-ish?
maybe? Yeah,
Yeah.
01
Oh,
maybe?
yeah.
Facts, man. Facts. But yeah,
Sure.
man. But again, this is an honor and a privilege, man. My name is Trail, and again, that's my partner off the curb, Tay.
Okay,
We down here in Greensboro, North Carolina, repping High 92.5 The Heat. And again,
Already.
it's an honor and a privilege to have you on this platform, brother.
Nah, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. It's all
So,
love.
man. Likewise, brother.
Already. So I'm gonna jump into it because that's how we do it. I know you're a busy man. You just had a doc drop, just had an album drop. So you know, we gotta make some noise for that right there. You got the legend in the building himself, none other. Christopher Dorsey, B.G.
Yeah. Sir.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Living legends, believe it, man. Believe it, yo. So I was all prepared. I was going through my notes. I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to ask him some thought-provoking questions because this is a lifetime thing, man. But real is real, man. And I want to shout out Miss Alvina Austin, man, for putting this thing together. That's
sure.
amazing, man. That's my lady love for the death. But
really? Nah, that's the baby, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
And here's something new too, Tay. You don't even know.
What?
April 4th, we will be at Dreamville, brother.
Oh, that's great. That's super dope.
We'll be there in Dreamville. So
that's
I ain't
super
gonna say
dope.
too much because I don't even know if they released the roster yet. But we'll talk about that as soon as we get off here. But to the man of the hour, let me see how to start this thing off, man. So you've been a hog in this game for a long time, man. Reflecting on your journey and what has been the biggest lessons you learned throughout your career in the music industry, and how has it helped shape your music and your whole perspective on life?
Oh man. I mean, one of the biggest lessons, right? Coming in it, I came in it as a kid for real, you know what I'm saying? So, when I came into it, man, I came into it just really doing it for the love of the music, man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just wanting to be heard and things of that nature. But then eventually, it turned into a job, right? You know what I'm saying? And then, it turned into a career and it's so much, you know what I'm saying, as you grow into it and grow up in it, you know what I'm saying, like when the business, you know what I'm saying, side of it, come into play, you know what I'm saying, like, you pretty much, you pretty much, I basically, you know what I'm saying, learned through experience and learn the hard way, you know what I'm saying, just the business side of it and, just surrounding yourself, with the right people, you know what I'm saying, people that got your best interests at heart, you know what I'm saying, people, that want to see you win or whatever. So, you know, the biggest lesson I guess I've learned, you know what I'm saying, throughout my career is just basically, you know, just you know, have your business in order, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, make sure you know you understand what's going on, and just have the right people. You know what I'm saying? Cause you can only go so far as your team could take you, right? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So it's just having the right team in place, and knowing what you signing, so you don't sign your life away and become a slave in this shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just little shit like that, man. You hear me? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's the most, the most, yeah, that's definitely the biggest lesson I've learned, man. It's just, getting a full grasp and understanding of the business.
For sure.
True, I can dig it. And that's a major key right there. Like you said, it's the little stuff that matters. If you're not dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's and doing your full due diligence,
Right.
make it hard on yourself. Pause.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And like I say, I can't really fault myself, because at the end of the day, I came in at 13, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I was all the way wet behind the ears. I ain't understand, what business was at that age. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
it took a while, and I mean, and then I came into, with niggas who, we was pretty much a family, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you definitely just, be having to separate, you know what I'm saying, the friendship from the business side of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, it's all love. I've still,
Yeah.
been able to carve out, a good career. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
make like pretty much, solidify myself, and write my name in the history books, and go down, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
as a Hall of Famer in this shit, you know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So,
Definitely.
it's
Definitely that,
it's it's
man.
all it's all gravy, man. You heard me?
For sure, man.
And y'all boys just get off the road. Tell me, what was the tour like?
Oh man, and we ain't even finished either, man. But it's been incredible, man. Like, it's been super dope. We just was in Charlotte, we just was in St. Louis, Tampa. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got about 20, 25 more dates coming up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was a beautiful feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to be, in it for, as long as we've been in it, and to still, be relevant, and the people still, want to see you, and want to hear from you, after all these years. Like,
Right.
it just reminded me that the music that we made, and the shit that we did really passed the test of time, you know what I'm saying? Because, to still be able to sell out arenas, you know what I'm saying? Like, after all this time, like, I mean, then I was gone 12 and a half years, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
to come, it's hard to remain relevant in this rap shit for
Definitely.
a month,
Breathe.
a year, like a week, you know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
they'll forget
Yeah.
about you overnight, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, it definitely let me know that niggas had to do something the right way, you know what I'm saying? Because,
Yes, sir.
all the shows been sold out, the after party's been super lit, like, we just been having
Yeah.
fun, man. You know what I'm saying? And getting to this bag, and like I say, it's been a beautiful feeling, man. Just,
Yeah.
being able to share that stage with the niggas I came in it with, the dudes that I made history in it with, like, and because people don't get, opportunities like that
Right.
this late in their
That's
career.
right.
You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
That's
Like,
right.
it usually be over with for you by now. You know what I'm saying? But
Definitely.
nah, it's definitely been dope.
Okay.
Yeah, I know when I first heard about it, man, I ain't even gonna cap. I was like, yo, this is about to be a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? That all the grown men can get together, even if it's just for that time being to look, put these differences to the side. Let's go out and have some fun. Of course, get this bag and get the people what they love because you being a
facts.
legend, you started a whole trend, bro. I'm pretty sure you know, but that whole the chopper thing, come on, man. That's
that stick talk, like,
That's
that
true, bro.
drilling and all that, that's really Choppa City music, man.
yeah,
You heard
That's
me?
right.
Just,
That's right.
they didn't renamed it, right? And I'm cool with that too, man. You
Yeah.
heard me? But I've been stepping for a long time, man. You heard
right.
me?
Drilling. What they
That's
call
a
drill
fact.
now.
Yeah, it's really Chopper City music. That's what I'm telling you, man.
That's it.
Nigga been drilling, man, since 96, 90. You heard me?
Come on, man.
For
Already.
real, for real, for real, for real. But I love it though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fan of hip hop. I'm
Yeah.
a fan of the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, just to see it come full circle, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And, dudes who come from where I come from, able to, what I'm saying, just, make a way, out the hood and, provide for their families and just do it legitimately. Like, man, I love to see it.
Right. Right.
Thing. I know since you came home, you've been doing mad collabs with a whole lot of artists, man. I done like the hottest ticket going right now. You know what I'm saying? Can you share like a memorable experience from collaborating with another artist? And how did that partnership impact your creativity when you get in the booth, or well, not necessarily in the booth at the same time with the artist, but does that like drive that competitive flow the way you like, I know this my man's here, but I'm gonna still have to murk him on this track.
Yeah, nah, facts. I ain't gonna lie though, like I remember when I first come home, I think I was in the halfway house, man, and Finesse 2 times had came up here to Vegas, to knock out the record with me, you know what I'm saying, and do the video and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and we was able to create, in the studio together, man, and
Sure. That was dope.
it was like bam, once he played the beat, and then bam, I was like, I'm like, yeah, man, I got to do my 1-2 step on this joint, man. Like, this a powerful record, man. You heard me?
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So, he set the tone on that joint, like with a mean flow and some mean lyrics. So, I had to make sure I answer the call, man. Like,
Right.
that was a good experience, though. We definitely had a good vibed off each other. Like, it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like working with people like that. You know what I'm saying? That's quick. That don't take a week, you know what I'm saying, to do one verse. Like, it's be some people, man, you get in the studio with them, bro, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? They just be slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it take them forever to come up with a verse. Like, that should be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But most of the dudes I work with, like, they really be doing this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So it don't take a motherfucker no time, cause nigga be really, telling, they life story, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy to just draw from your experiences and put that shit together, and then it come out, you know what I'm saying, how it come out, you hear
Right.
me?
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I took a look at the doc last night, the freedom of speech.
I see it in
Oh,
the I see it in the
right,
background.
right now, I had to represent
Mm-hmm.
for you, bro.
Nah,
I
that's
had
love.
no idea, bro. Like, bro, like this shit is like unconstitutional. So,
Nah,
Yeah.
facts.
like,
Nah,
Right.
for real,
facts.
bro, like everything they tried to make you do when you first got out with your release, you can't talk about this, you can't be around this person, you can't. I'm like, how in the world then they didn't want you to, you know what I'm saying? What they wanted to send you back to NO for your once you got out, but you worked it
Yeah.
out to be in Vegas?
Yeah, man. Listen, man, like for real, like they really, you know what I'm saying, like had put a muzzle on me, bro. Like, I'm talking about, it was like 5, 6 months where they had a gag order on me, man, where I couldn't do nothing. pertaining to rap or nothing, pertaining to entertainment that I can make money off of. Like I was really at a standstill, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, y'all knew, that this is what I did. Like before I went to jail, like I've been doing this my whole life. Like I ain't no up and coming artist or just trying to, be in the game or whatever. Like, this what I do, man. But they didn't want me rapping about, snitches or rapping about guns or violence or, basically just trying to control my content, man, and turn me into a gospel rapper or something, you know what I'm saying? And, I just felt like it wasn't right, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's only entertainment, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no different from Denzel Washington playing Frank Lucas, man. Like I'm Christopher Dawson playing BG, man. You know what I'm saying? So, to tell me, that I can't do what I've done, my whole life, or if I do it, I gotta do it, the way y'all, feel like, you know what I mean? Like just man, I ain't the first one to rap about it. I ain't gonna be the last, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Y'all tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to go through what I had to go through because they tried to violate me for the album I did with Gucci, man, saying, that was a violation of my probation. Then I had did a party, a Super Bowl party, me and Boo, that I had got permission, to do, and they double back and try, like, yeah, man, bro, they just was on my heels, man. You hear me? Like, I'm looking for any little reason, to try to send me back because, I was doing everything else that I was supposed to be doing, community service. I ain't failed no drug test since I've been home, like doing all my classes, like I was doing everything the right way, man. But it was just for some strange reason, and I know, deep down inside at the end of the day, it was because, they ain't break me and I ain't snitching. And I came back home still pushing that line. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, you know what I'm saying? You doing too much. Like you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So, they slowed me down for a minute, man. But I was able to go to court and, present the facts and the law was on my side, man. So at the end of the day, the judge ruled in my favor and basically let me get back to doing what I love to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I still got to turn over the lyrics to my PO before I make them available to the public. And then she, turns them over to the court and to the prosecutor so they could put them on the record and, they going to listen to them. And if they feel like, I'm going too hard or going too far or, talking about active cases or name dropping or, just talking about shit that's, happening in real life, then, the prosecutor could file a motion and bring me back in front of the judge and, she could make a decision, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they saying I'm still on supervised release. So, I don't have all the rights that a regular citizen have. Like I can't say certain shit that a motherfucker who not on paper could say. You know what I mean? So that's why when I was recording this album and picking the songs for this album, like this was one of the hardest albums for me to pick the records because I know deep down inside that them people listening, man, and they watch. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, how could I, pick these songs and do this album and still stay true to myself, you know what I'm saying, and true to my fans, without, pissing these people off, you know what I'm saying? And so, that's really why I named it Freedom of Speech, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, come on, bro. Like, man, that shit just ain't right. Like, it's like hip hop on trial, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though, man. I think, I think I answered the call, answered the bell, and really, was able to still. I ain't go as hard as I usually, go or usually, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely, you know what I'm saying, like put together a mean project, you know what I'm saying, that I think the streets gonna appreciate.
But listening to it, to me, what I got from it, even starting with the intro, you just laid it flat right there, laid it down quite flat.
Nah, the intro set the tone. You heard me? The intro set the tone, for the album, and I always feel like the intro be super important, right? You know what I'm saying? So, I want to first and foremost, just get it out and get it off my chest and let motherfuckers know and understand, everything that I was going through, everything that was happening, and just take back the narrative because there's been a lot of stories out there, you know what I'm saying? And some, niggas be way in left field, don't be knowing what they be talking about. Like,
100% correct.
Just be saying anything, man. You heard me? So, that was just me basically setting the tone, for the album and just telling my story, man. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Like, facts.
Yeah, I can dig it. It's definitely a good listen. Like, I heard a mature BG, a wise BG. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I guess because I'm older now, I wasn't really expecting to hear that Choppa City BG, but it's almost like a movie from the beginning, how you painted that picture, to where it goes through to the middle, all the way to the party joints, to the have fun joints, and the way it goes out at the end. Like, I could see everything that you were talking about.
Yeah, nah, facts. I mean, like, and that's what it's about, man. Like, for when motherfucker pop that motherfucker in, like, they as they listening, they could visualize it. You know what I'm saying? Or put themselves in your shoes, right? And really, see what you see, man. And that be my goal for real. Like for motherfucker be like, either like, damn, I could feel that, man, or I know somebody that done been through that, or I done been through that, or you know what I'm saying? Just, be able to connect, you know what I'm saying, with the music in a way, and instead of just, making some words rhyme and just, jumping on the beat and just throwing that shit out there, man. And that's, that's what I was on with this project.
Yeah. And just like the title of this show, Talk That Talk, you was definitely talking that talk, bro.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, bro.
Like, it's refreshing, because in the game.
Question. Are we going to hear any music from you in R.I.P. Soldier Slam?
Oh man, yeah, nah, facts. It's definitely some shit in the vault. You know what I mean? And I already, I had a conversation with his mama and his son and his little sister, and we trying to just figure it out right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back in there and touch some of the stuff up a little bit, but it's some shit, like some unreleased shit that yeah.
You know the true fans. We reaching for that combo that y'all had together, man.
Man.
It was different.
Yeah, nah, that was different, man. I miss homie so much, man. Like, he had so much more to give and so much more to offer. Like, man, I'm talking about, man, he was before his time, man. Slim was different, man. You hear me? Like, nah, that was my dog, man. I miss my dog, man. You hear me? But I got some shit for y'all. You hear me?
Yeah, man. We want that doogie,
Nah,
man.
it's coming.
We got to have it.
Nah, it's coming. You hear me?
Yeah.